permission.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, yes, got it. Got it.
Got it?
Hmm.
Terrific. Okay. We are recording. Perfect. Jazz hands.
It is really.
It
Yeah.
is really. I'll tell you what, Miss Christine, and our listeners and lookers out there. We had this challenge. We lost power at the station, but completely turned it into an opportunity. I had Miss Christine scheduled to come on air with me today. We are going to have something later on down the road. I've got some other dates with her for some great stuff coming up that we're going to chat about, but we couldn't let this moment go by. So, in honor of the Queen, I am literally creating a new thing. So, I'm going to raise my mug to the Queen for cheers for our very first. Put it over there. We'll cheers it together.
It's mugshot, everybody.
Mug shots. And Christine, I have to tell you, as you christen this one for me, this new idea, harebrained scheme I come up with, you realize almost in every endeavor that I've gone into, writing for sound waves, for ink, emceeing, you've
Elmore.
always been my first, and you never forget your first.
No, no. Yeah, girl. Elmore magazine. Yeah, there've been a bunch. Yeah,
Yes,
it's been wonderful.
exactly. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm raising my cup. Mine even has a lid. And it
Mine doesn't. I've
has,
already blown my lid, but I am very grateful for sure. So I'm going to have my green tea with matcha and turmeric over here, turmeric, however you prefer. But we're going to jump right into it because I want to let everybody know, among so many things you've got going on, we want to make sure people don't miss out on a really special event coming up in Simsbury that you are very much involved with. Not only performing, people expect you to talk about, oh, I'm going to be there, but you're behind the scenes as well. Let's talk a little bit about Musicians Lifeline, if we can.
yeah, I'm a fairly new board member. I joined during the pandemic. But Musicians Lifeline has been around, I think, for 14 years or 13 or 14 years. I'm just going to raise my mug again. I want people to see that I am the queen bee.
Oh,
And,
yes, you are.
right, and they have given out small grants. Well, sometimes they're four-figure grants to different musicians for various reasons, anywhere from health to housing to dental work, and you know these people, all right, men and women, men and women that have been the recipient of this organization by a very small, dedicated group of people,
Yeah.
and they have done no fundraising since the pandemic.
Yeah.
So this will be on May 7th in the afternoon into the very early evening, a fundraiser and an auction. I donated a couple of guitars. There will be other items.
Wow.
Well, in Simsbury. So,
Okay.
and I will be appearing as a special guest of the Mohegans, the Shabu All Stars with D.A. Foster, David
Yeah.
Foster, the Colbys, who have not appeared in Connecticut in years, literally.
Wow.
They live in Pittsburgh now, and
Yeah.
John Colby is on the board, and then Tim McDonald and Haley Yeager will be there doing an acoustic set. And as I said, there'll be an auction. It's really, this is just a great chance to give
Yeah.
back. When people are really in desperate straits, that's when they come to Musicians Lifeline.
Yeah.
So you'll be there. You're going to be emceeing.
I am so honored. And again, it's about giving back. I mean, these artists give so much of themselves to us. And you said when they get to desperate straits, because it is very difficult to do a job where you don't have the fallback of insurance and
That's
all those other things. And also, I think because of the nature of the magic that you get up there and share with us, we all think something different. Oh, they've got not a care in the world. I mean, they don't see the stuff that goes on behind it. So I am imploring our lookers and our listeners out there, if you're a fan of live music and you've found yourself enjoying being in the audience and feeling and being lifted, it's a wonderful way to turn around and uplift the ones that have given you that kind of joy throughout the years. So we want to make sure no one gets left out. Let's give out some websites so we make sure that they know they can get tickets at Eventbrite, but you can go to www.musicians-lifeline, not plural, .org, I believe it is. Yes, isn't it?
yes,
Yes,
yes.
it is. Okay.
Also,
And
tour schedule, ChristineAllman.net. It's up there. And, of course, with your help, there's going to be we're just going to keep rolling out the promo for this, as they say. So if
absolutely.
you've only seen the Shabu All Stars on a big stage at the Wolf Den or at the Shabu stage in Willimantic, this is a chance to see them up close,
Yeah.
doing what they do. It's a fabulous band. I'm always so happy to be there with them.
Yes. And
It's,
Old Well Tavern. I know there's some dancing area there, but
yeah,
also it's not too stuffy. I don't want people to, it's just that perfect mix of a place to get together. I'm sorry,
they,
go ahead.
they have food, so you can get
Oh, well, that's yeah.
food. Yes, that's a plus.
Yes, absolutely. So we want to make sure again, musicians-lifeline.org to go directly to them. ChristineUllman.net is where you can go to again follow through here. But some of the other things we're going to talk about, and I know we don't have a lot of time, but I must ask about Verso Fest.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me a
So exciting at the Westport Library, and much of it is free. It starts on the 30th of March, Thursday evening, but the 31st of March features the Smithereens with Marshall Crenshaw on lead vocal, singing Smithereens. No Marshall Crenshaw, but he's become a Smithereen
yeah?
for sure. And there may be a slight there are very low ticket prices on some of them, but you can go to the Westport Library website. But my thing is on Sunday. It's called the Oral History Project, and it's with this incredible woman, Miriam Linna, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's free. They have a gigantic forum there with a huge 18-foot screen behind you. It's the most beautiful library you'll ever see, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I just stay a kickin' coffee shop will be open. Yes, that's right, raising our mugs. And we will be talking, Miriam and I, and we'll be showing really great clips. She runs Kicks Magazine, Norton Records, um, Kicks Books,
A record company
record
and
company, and a book company, and a magazine, and it's all sort of outsider kind of stuff. They
yeah,
re-release all the recordings of Link Ray, who recorded Rumble. The Flamin' Groovies, the Flesh Tones, who are a big. There's a lot of Flesh Tones fans in New Haven.
yeah.
Um, she is just incredible. And the books they published were all by sort of Harlan Ellison, these outsider writers, science fiction and elsewhere. Sun Ra, a
Yeah.
book by Sun Ra, a book of poetry by Sun Ra. She's so interesting, and she knows everyone. The
It
Ramones.
sounds like it. I was doing a little digging. I mean, my goodness, she has.
Yeah, yeah. She was in the Cramps, which were a great early prototype punk band in New York City, and anyway, it's so fascinating. But the whole weekend, Steve Lillywhite, who, for instance, is a multiple Grammy winner, but Steve Lillywhite will be there Saturday on a panel. I'm in the band on Saturday Night Live, and he remixes Saturday Night Live
Wow.
before it goes on Hulu or wherever it goes.
Yeah.
Peacock. He remixes it, but he's like a multi-Grammy Award winner, Steve Lillywhite, as producer and a mastering genius. He'll be there. There's a record, believe it or not, a record romp on Sunday. Miriam's bringing a whole bunch of stuff from New York, but everybody's going to, in other words, a record sale, 45s,
Oh,
vinyl. Yeah. It's the Westport Library is the place to be.
it is. It seems like you've really made it that. I want to let everyone know westportlibrary.org.
Yeah.
Of course, the Queen's social media platforms. You can
Yes.
find anything there, but that is their direct link.
Yeah.
But I've got to ask you. So I've seen so much this year, and I hadn't seen it. It just got to my radar. Has this been going on prior years, or did they just
This
go
is the second year.
second year? Okay.
Last year, I interviewed Joshie Armstead, who is from New York City, who was an ICAT. She ran her own record label. She did it all,
Yeah.
and she, of course, knew Ike and Tina Turner very well, and she's so interesting. And now we're moving, it's not that we're only going to ever do women, but now we're moving
Yeah.
over to Miriam Linna.
Yeah.
And no, it's only the second year, but I will say they have ramped it up this year. I
They
mean,
sure have the visibility, and
really
they're putting stuff out. Does it look like with this wonderful response, it'll go a third year and
Oh
beyond?
yeah, I think they've already decided that. So yeah, it's
Yay.
just going to be fabulous. It's like all the days have so much stuff in them. Panels. There's multiple rooms. There's breakout rooms. This library is amazing. It's worth it just to go to see the library, to tell you.
Absolutely. I mean, and you want to be the first one to tell your friends. You get to be the
That's right.
coolest
That's
kid.
right. Yeah, and if you're that kind of a music fan, people like Fran Freed, Dean Falcone from New Haven,
Oh, yeah.
they're like so excited to be there. The
Yeah. Just
music.
to rub
Yeah,
shoulders,
yeah. The music.
and soak that up.
Sure.
One more I want to ask you about, Miss Christine, because it's coming up and there's so many more, but we will be touching base again a little later on and promoting more. But Redbox, you've got
Yes.
the finale on April the 30th.
So the bread box is out of this wonderful venue, St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Willimantic. The sound in there is amazing. It's limited to 100 people because of the seating, pretty much, and it'll sell out.
Oh,
So
for
that's
sure.
April 30th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's an afternoon show. We'll be playing one concert set, and it's just oh God, they put a raised stage over the altar, and the sound is just amazing. So the bread and it supports the bread box, the Covenant Soup Kitchen, which is
Yes.
in the basement of the church. And I will tell you that with this new cutting off of food assistance post
Yes.
pandemic, it becomes hugely important. They, during the pandemic, I want to say quintupled their number of meals, some
Wow.
outrageous number of meals they serve every day.
It was already over like 1.6 million, I think, or something like that.
Crazy,
Or
crazy.
they're
Yeah. So we will be there to help to raise money for the Covenant Soup Kitchen, and that's why they call it the bread box. So,
the bread box. Yeah, and it could also be called the guitar case
the
because with
guitar.
that ceiling and it just feels that you're enclosed, or maybe the I don't know, but it's a wonderfully acoustically beautiful. And the other thing I like about that, maybe it's because it's in a church, people seem to mind their manners in there. I
Yes,
mean, we do get shaken and we have those moments,
yeah.
but listen, it's a true listening room. So if you're someone that really enjoys hearing their music without, rattling around and the drinking and all this stuff, this is lovely. And of course, being at 4 o'clock, it's Jamie Curtis approved.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely. And it's very much, it's just a great, it's going to be a great thing. And it's, yeah,
yeah,
before the really hot weather comes in, you won't be going to the beach. So, I mean, come out to Willimantic. And by the way, they also usually have great snacks,
yeah.
stunning assortment of cookies, things like that. And
And it's
what could be better? Yeah.
It's so true. And really, as you said, they do so much for
Oh,
so many. And they're really these, so many times people get caught up in red tape and the forms and everything they've got to go through. This is a place that when they see a need, someone in trouble or an emergency, it seems like no matter what, I think it's Kim will get whatever they need. They find a way. So your support by enjoying music, getting your ticket, which is so incredibly reasonable,
yeah.
really goes a long way in helping these folks that are all part of the human community, even if you don't happen to live in that very same area.
Right, right. That's Sunday, April 30th, and it is the closeout of the season, which will open again in the fall.
Absolutely. And we can let them know that Breadbox Folk, FOLK.org is where you want to go for their site, and you can keep up on their lineup, and you can sign up maybe for an email so they'll let you know.
Yes, yes, perfect. And if you follow Bruce John on Facebook, Bruce is really the linchpin of this whole thing.
Yeah.
But also, let me just say again, David Foster and the Foster Family Foundation. So they really, it's the Shabu folks that have
Yeah.
stepped up, and Bruce is just
Yeah.
a wonderful person. So,
Yeah. Some
hey,
hometown boys. They're making good. They're making good.
that's right. I'm raising my mug, Ali, to
Well, I
as we
will to you too.
shot.
Absolutely. I'm just going to recap really quick and then we'll say see you later or au revoir.
Exactly.
Musicians Lifeline. I really hope y'all are going to be there. I'm a West Hartford girl and I'm hoping that some of my West Hartford friends, if you're still in the area, come on over. Simsbury, you know how to get there. Love to catch up. Especially, I'm sure you get this all the time. I want to go out with you. I want to go see this. I'd like to do that. Well, I'm telling you, this is where we do it. We'll go meet at the Musicians Lifeline Old Well Tavern, and that's in Simsbury, happening on May the 7th. Really hoping you'll be there. And do remember, it's an auction as well. We're going to have a lot of fun doing all of that. Musicians-lifeline.org is their website. Verso Fest, again, westportlibrary.org. You don't want to miss out on all this musical goodness, but it's under the wire goodness. You know, you're going to be finding nuggets of goodness that you didn't even know you were looking for. So I want to make sure that you know about that. And of course, if you can't make that weekend, do check out westportlibrary.org and follow Christine on her social media platform so you don't miss out on any of these events. And we just talked about Breadbox. Breadboxfolk.org is where you can go there. And don't forget April 30th, a 4 o'clock show for the finale before it starts all over again.
Kitchen. Yeah.
Miss Christine, thank you so much. Here's to the first mug shots. I'm going right to the side of the screen there, dear.
Cheers. Love you. Rock on.
Rock on to you too. Thank you all so much. I am so excited. I love the idea of mug shots. I'm hoping to do it again. So keep watching. You never know who's going to show up on mug shots, but again, they're all going to have to get behind this one right here.
That's right, everybody. I'm looking at you from the Beehive.
All right. Miss Christine Ohlman, thank you all so much. I will be back on Tuesday when our power gets back on. And until then, later on.
All right.
All right. Let's go like this.